Hello. Did it work?
Yeah, he's here. I'm just gonna see if he gets in before Bill.
Doubtful. Queen time, baby. Queen time.
We're on Queen time. All right, whatever. Hello.
What's up, man?
Oh, there he is.
Hey, how's it
How
going?
are you? Good. How are
Hey.
you?
I'm doing well. How about you guys?
Very
We're
good.
good. Thanks for jumping on with us. We had a little delay or mix up in the. There he is. There's our third. Bill,
Always late.
welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it. It looks really nice where you are, man.
Yeah, that's nice scenery right there.
Yeah. I'm out in Phoenix right now, so sun's starting to go down a little bit. It's pretty beautiful right now.
So like what, 95? Arizona?
It was, yeah. I mean, it was up to like 100 over the weekend, but today it was like 90, which feels like
Oh,
chilly.
It's
so,
a dry
I'm
heat.
good.
my tits
That's
would be
right,
sweating out that heat right now. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can I say that dry heat is bullshit?
Yeah, I don't.
110
Yeah, yeah.
110 degrees is a fucking 110 degrees. Okay, I don't care. It still feels like you're frying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember before I came out here for the first time, everyone's like, "Oh, it's a dry heat. Like you'll be fine."
Especially living in the butthole of Massachusetts that is Worcester.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the two ends of the spectrum there, kind of two extremes.
Great start. And by the way, when you're as pasty as Bill, you fry next to a microwave. It doesn't really matter where you are. Declan, thanks for joining us. With us is Declan Cronin, right-handed pitcher, and I want to get this right. Canopolis? Is that the name of the Cannonballers? Is that right?
Yeah, that's where I was at in 2019. Yeah.
Okay, and tell us where you're in Arizona now. Obviously, part of the Chicago White Sox system. So I feel like you guys get bounced around constantly. What's your situation now? Where are you at?
Yeah, so we're in minor league spring training right now. So minor league camp started the day that the big league camp ended, and they broke for Chicago. So we all came in a week ago Sunday, and we'll be here for about a month before we find out where we'll be for the remainder of the season, kind of what our affiliate will be. So in 2019, I was in Kannapolis, but obviously there's a few other spots.
Nice, man. And do we have this right? Did you have a simulated game today, or you pitched a little bit today?
Yeah. I appreciate you guys kind of being flexible with the time. I threw in our first simulated game today, so.
Don't talk to us. The guy in the red shirt is the one that controls all time. We call him the Queen for a reason, mainly because he's an asshole.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
How'd it go? You feel pretty good about it?
Yeah, it went well. It was good. It was the first time facing, hitters in a while. So it was nice to have someone in the box, honestly, and it went well. So I was actually really pleased with it.
What's the heater looking like?
So I threw a sinker. It was I think it was 93, 95 today, which is good. So I'm in a good spot.
Nice.
I love a sinker ball pitcher.
Yeah. Well, the funny story, I didn't throw a sinker until about a month ago when I was messing around and discovered that I could throw a pretty good one. So kind of had some back and forth with our coordinator and that kind of thing. And now I'm a sinker baller, I guess, which is
There you go.
As being a reliever, how many pitches you work with? I mean, especially 8th, 9th inning guys are only like 2 pitch. Do you have anything that you're going?
Yeah,
along?
so I throw a sinker, slider, curveball, but generally kind of would rely on either the slider or the curveball more, depending on which is sharper that night, because realistically not facing a ton of guys. So, yeah.
Has that been? I mean, I'm sure COVID was tough. Like, what was the? You said the first time facing batters. Was that the hardest part, or what was kind of the biggest challenges with that? Just getting back now.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty much a full calendar year and then some, about 13 months since, we were doing anything officially kind of White Sox related. So I was on my own. My family lives in Tennessee, so I was out there for pretty much the whole summer. I was throwing 2 bullpens a week to a high school catcher, which was great. And some guys kind of didn't even have that. And then I spent the winter down in Charlotte. Actually was training at a really great spot, Shred Athletics. So kind of a pitching development place. So I had a lot better atmosphere there, but still was only able to face hitters, once or twice before getting out here. So it's been a
Yeah, it's
while.
got to be challenging, man. And you guys are getting pinched a little bit in the minor leagues anyway, and everything going on. We want to get into all of that. Kind of want to get into your story too. Let everybody know who you are, so we can continue to root for you moving on. So, kick it over to Ray. Get a little bit of your backstory, and then we'll, then we'll just kind of talk some ball for a little bit, if that's cool.
Sure.
So out of high school, you were recruited by Holy Cross. I see that your aunt, your mother, and your uncle went there. Was that like your number one spot that you wanted to go to, or other colleges like trying to recruit you out of high school, or was that like your main focus, just getting into Holy Cross?
Yeah, so it was kind of interesting how it came together. Kind of during the whole recruiting process, Holy Cross was obviously like in my mind just because my mom went there, and I've been wearing Holy Cross sweatshirts since as long as I can remember, that kind of thing. But it honestly wasn't a place that I was like really on my radar, like seriously considering, till right after my junior summer. Started throwing in front of a lot of teams, getting a little bit more serious about the whole recruiting process. Ended up coming down to Holy Cross and Davidson, and Holy Cross was still kind of just there because it was a place that I was comfortable with. I'd obviously been to the campus a ton, really liked the coaching staff, and in the end, that's kind of what put me over was, sitting down with the coaches and kind of discussing the roadmap of what my years there might look like. But, in the beginning, it wasn't like, I was gung ho about, I'm definitely going to Holy Cross. Like, this is my number one choice. But it just kind of always was there. And as the list shortened, it stayed. And finally I made the choice, and I was really happy with it.
Yeah, you had a great career there. I saw all the honors you had and awards that you got there. So you had a great career over at Holy Cross. My next question was, though, you were born in New Jersey, high school in New York City. Were you a Yankees or Mets fan growing up? And please, God, tell me you were neither.
Oh, Yankee fan. I know that's going to be tough, but grew up a big Yankee fan. Thanks for having me.
Enjoy.
Yeah, have fun with Tyler Glass now tonight.
Exactly.
Yeah, Garrett Cole is mowing down the Orioles, so fuck off.
It's been tough sledding as a Sox fan. We decided to give them hope this year going into the season, which is against our everything inside of us, and they completely disappointed us in the first 3 games. So it's a good time to be a Yankees fan over a Red Sox fan, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Did you regret going to Holy Cross when you actually had to live in Worcester full time?
I will say,
I've spent a lot of
from a guy that
I
works
spent
in
a lot of
Worcester,
time. I work in Shrewsbury,
and we're from the area, so we can say that kind of thing.
I just can't wait for my college buddies to hear this. They're gonna lose their minds at that. But we always joked that it's funny that the recruiting process happens in the summer when you visit, beautiful Worcester, and they don't actually bring you out there in January or February to see what the majority of your time on campus is actually going to look like. But yeah, I mean, it gets cold.
Yeah, and the windows are really tinted when you're going down 290 and you're bumping and grinding on the shitty highways, and like, what is that? What am I looking at? No,
hope you don't get shot going through Kelly Square before they just updid that one.
Yeah, geez, Kelly Square was like just an absolute roll of the dice every time.
They just redid it, but man, till the last year ago, it was still roll the dice. Hope you don't get killed going through there. Just caught. Yeah, it was awful.
I saw that every time. I was like, how is this legal? How have we not figured this out by now?
What has better amenities, Holy Cross or what you get on the road in minor league?
Holy Cross for sure.
So long bus rides and cheap motels.
Yeah, definitely long bus rides. It'll be a little bit different this year. They kind of shaked up the minor leagues. But yeah, the hotels we're not staying in Marriott's anymore for now.
Is that because
gives you something to work towards, right?
Absolutely. Hey, it makes you want to climb the ranks even more. That's for sure. I don't know if that's it.
Yeah. Is it now because baseball is basically trying to cut money into the minor league programs? So that, you're seeing them kind of cut teams out kind of left and right. They just did it last couple of years. A lot of the A-ball teams are starting. I think Lowell Spinners over here are, Red Sox affiliate. I think we just lost them over here too. So I mean, you're kind of getting pinched there with these minor leagues.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're just overall just kind of trimming fat. The systems were massive, and it was like it just didn't need to be as many guys as it was. Obviously, it's tough for fans of the affiliates and stuff, and obviously the number of guys that got released was huge across the board. But I think in general, probably this will be like a net win because they can allocate more resources towards, fewer number of guys. It'll just raise kind of the level of development for each guy rather than having to worry about massive organizations where you just kind of one of X number of guys.
Yeah, and you're especially seeing it when you just cut down the draft to 20 rounds now.
Yeah,
it went
exactly.
for 40, 50? I don't even remember what
it was 50 at one point, and for a good while it was 40, and now it's 20. Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. I've put a lot of thought into it. So I was in with Nashua Pride, who you've probably never heard of, but unaffiliated team in New Hampshire. But they had guys come through that would kind of spend a little time and rejuvenate their career and bounce back into an affiliated program. But I kind of thought that the way that baseball's handling it, like you said, kind of pinching and all these players out there now, young players still looking to play. I'm just kind of hoping that like the MLB can take a step back and allow some other unaffiliated leagues to kind of build up and create a different atmosphere of baseball. We don't have to get into it right now because obviously you're affiliated with Major League, but we have our problems with this organization on the show right now. Just the way that the game is going and the way that it's gone and things like that. So I'm thinking positively of all these things. I just kind of hope that, all these teams are kind of being cut loose. Maybe something can come of it instead of guys just being thrown to the wind,
Absolutely. I mean, you see a little bit of that with there's a number of independent leagues, I think, that have like now kind of more official relationships with the major leagues where they're kind of subsidizing whatever it might be. And those guys are scouted more now by MLB pro scouts and stuff like that. So I think you are kind of seeing that. It's not crazy across the board, but I think there are a few leagues that are kind of under that new relationship now, which is good.
But there's a little bit of money and guys can go out there and play and extend their careers or whatever and kind of do what they want to do. But I had a question for you just in terms of the minor leagues and the rule changes that they're putting in place. And I think Bill had a couple on this too, but like we watched a kid like Tanner Hawk pitch for the Sox the other night, and it was refreshing to see. Gets the ball, throws the ball, gets the ball, throws the ball, and the game moves. And we know the pitch clock is there in the minor league. Have you seen kind of an adjustment, for you guys as pitchers or for the teams with the rule changes that they're putting in place?
So this year's going to be very different because there are a lot of new rules. The pitch clock, honestly, is something that I don't think any of us really noticed.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? Because, talk to David Price. He'd fucking not notice that either.
Yeah. No. I mean, I think it's 20 seconds or something like that. Like, I've never felt, and kind of talking to other guys, we never felt like that was crazy. But this year there's going to be weird. So in like single A and high A, pitchers are going to need to like step fully off the rubber before they pick off and stuff like that. They're really trying to get, I guess, the stolen base back into the game for whatever reason. Obviously, we're not a fan of that, but it'll be interesting to see how that kind of shakes out. I really don't know. We'll just have to see how it goes.
Yeah. What would you add to the game too to like make it kind of speed up a little bit more? Because like they need to get something going. You're seeing it right now. Castellanos just got fined for fucking flexing on a guy, and you're trying to bring the younger fans back when the average age of baseball guy is 55. You know what I mean? It's like, what do you do there to make it more, speed it up, make it more exciting? As a guy in the minor leagues.
My only proposal is for extra innings. I think the team should get one fewer fielder every inning.
Ooh.
I think in the 10th,
I like
you
that.
get 8. Wouldn't that be great? I mean, by the time even if you get to like the 12th inning and you got like 5 guys out there, like how cool would that be?
The runner on second though is pretty cool to start.
That's some basketball.
Yeah, so that's been a minor league thing for a while.
Yeah, I really like that. I like how they test it down there for you guys first before they want to bring it up.
They do everything like that. Yeah. But hey, it's an unearned run if he scores, so it's like no one really cares that much.
Nice. I love it. I love getting the players' perspective because all the rule changes are pushed back by the players because they got to adjust their games, and most of the rule changes, like you said, Declan, are going to hurt the players one way or another because it's trying to open up the game, which we think as fans has been kind of narrowed down to strikeouts, home runs. Like you said, they're trying to get stolen bases back in the game because no one really steals anymore. They're just waiting to be mashed in. So it's not surprising the pushback is from the players, but from a fan's perspective, deal with it.
No, I certainly see both sides of it. It's just like when You may as well just give up a double instead of a single and letting the guy steal every time. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I understand that for sure.
That actually got me. I was interested because the game is what it is, which has been declining, if not dying, over the past several years. We're a little bit older. When we grew up, Ray didn't play baseball because he sucks, but Bill and I played, and it was huge. I mean, everybody played, and it doesn't seem like that now. So, you're 6'4", you're athletic, you're a guy that probably could have kind of chose his path. What made you decide baseball? What was it about baseball that made you kind of go in that route?
Just didn't have a jump shot.
Again, Ray.
That was
welcome.
really it. I growing up, I liked basketball more. So, like, speaking from my personal experience, like in high school, basketball was what I was really passionate about. I was just better at baseball and knew I could, have opportunities at the next level for baseball.
Do you want to be a starter, or are you just fixated just kind of being like a bullpen guy, closer?
I like being in the bullpen. I'm a lot more comfortable. Just like, let me know when I need to get hot so I can just get up, go in the game, kind of just ride that wave of adrenaline rather than having 4 days to think about my next appearance or whatever. I like just kind of the short memory of being in the bullpen and kind of those high kind of octane outings.
Yeah, and it seems like you have good strikeout power too. 29 Ks, 34 innings last year, 2019. So those guys
gotta get that up.
Those guys are in high demand there in the pros.
Yeah, for sure. No, I love that role. I started in college, and I usually closed in summer ball, and it would, like, every time I got back to campus, it's like, back to being a starter. Like, I really just felt more comfortable at the back end of the bullpen.
Plus,
who's that?
We know. Sorry, Ray. I was just gonna say the baseball relievers. I have a very, very young daughter, and I've actually already tied the right hand behind her back and made her throw lefty because a lefty reliever in baseball is just like cash the check and play for 20 years.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, longevity.
Yeah.
You're only throwing 70 innings a year too. I mean, you see those guys bounce around the league. Even the dominant guys kind of burn out at the end, but they still stay major league rosters. 6th, 7th inning guys.
Once you prove yourself for a little while, you can extend your career a long way.
Yeah, who's that one guy that you struck out that's just been like a crowning achievement in your career? Like, it could be like no one we've ever heard of, but who's that like one guy that you face and you're just like, yep, that's the one that I, most proud of?
I struck out Kyler Murray in college.
Hey, there you go.
Future MVP.
NFL MVP.
Yeah.
I also walked him, but I did strike him out.
That's
First
awesome.
round draft pick. What do you go, 7?
Yeah.
Baseball.
That's my claim to fame, I think.
That's awesome.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
That is a really good one. Yeah. Future MVP of the league, of NFL. So yeah, I'd definitely be proud of that one.
Yeah, wouldn't want to face him on a football field, but
no. But as you said, like for 2020, the league was shut down. You basically were in Tennessee. You said playing, throwing the ball to a catcher and high school catcher. Is that what you did with your own time there? Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty much the only option.
Yeah.
We appreciate the time, man. We don't have to take up too much of your time. I just had a couple baseball questions, and Bill might have had one too, just in terms of the, I don't know, I guess you call them the unwritten rules of baseball or the things of baseball. So are you one of 3 or none of these? Are you a gum guy, a seeds guy, or are you a chew guy?
I'm a gum guy. I actually need to pitch with gum in my mouth, or I grind my teeth when I throw. It's really weird.
It's because he's young, Bill. The chew.
Well, they ban chew in a lot of the leagues now, right? Even though.
You really don't see a ton of. I mean, obviously you see some of it, but compared to what even it was in summer ball in college, you don't see a ton of it. It's kind of being phased out.
I guess that's good, but just
chaw every now
take a look at Francona in the 8th inning of a tight game.
Yeah,
dude, he's got bubble gum wrapped around it. Oh my god.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get the fine.
Yeah.
Pimping a home run, bitch move or don't give it up? Because if I hit a home run off you, I'm letting you know it.
Yeah, I mean, I always say I'm going to be most angry with myself for giving up a bomb. You can do whatever you want. I won't be mad at you. I'm mad at myself for letting it happen in the first place.
Because I'm flipping the shit out of that bat. These are old fucks. This is the unwritten rules of baseball. Pissed me off.
Yeah, no, I'm totally fine with that. I probably
Unless you're killing us, then I'm putting my head down and running around the base.
Right, there's a time and place for sure.
Well, this has been fun, man. We appreciate it. We'll be following you. We'll certainly stay tuned with where you end up when the season gets kicked off. And we wish you the best luck. Thanks for taking time with us. And good luck heading into the season.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, this is a lot of fun.
Good
Cool,
luck.
man. And
luck, man.
anytime you
fuck the Yankees.
anytime you dare venture back into Worcester, let us know. We can escort you and bring you.
I know
bring you
some
in
very good dive bars down in Worcester.
Oh, that's probably the scariest thing I've ever heard.
He's smarter than he looks, folks. All right, buddy. We'll talk to you soon, man. Good luck.
All right, thanks so much. Appreciate you guys.
Good luck.
Declan, good-looking kid.
Yes.
Oh, he must have slayed in Tennessee last year. That was half open.
Those cleat chasers, man.
Oh yeah.
You always know when Bill's excited to do an interview because he just doesn't shut the fuck up.
Why? I thought I moved my questions around. I thought they fit him in perfect. You just
I
sat
thought
there
Bill
like
did
a
very
dummy.
well. I thought Bill did very well.
We have Rich does this lovely color-coded email scheme, so you know when to go, and you were just
but
ripping
if
him off.
if his question's related to my question, then I'm gonna slip mine in right after. Like we did. Never mind.
I thought Bill did very well. Bill, I think he did very well. Ray's been an angry troll for quite a few days here running.
Quite a few days.
Since Easter, he's been on a
beers.
streak.
It's been the beers,
So
I'm
don't
sorry.
take it personally. I'd
It's
like
been
to
the
see
beers, not diets.
90. What do you say? 93, 95.
93 sinker, yeah.
A month ago, he picked up a sinker a month ago.
That's Derek Lowe territory. I mean, Derek Lowe, man, he closer early, and then he was starter. He had a 94, 96.
Search
that
it.
range in his early career.
Search it online. You see the video that he finds out how to do it. It's pretty fucking funny. He's like, oh shit.
You need movement. That's the biggest problem.
It moves.
You
It fucking
need
moves.
movement.
You see it in the video. It's like, holy shit.
That's the biggest problem I have with Matt Barnes. He has a 96, 97 mile-an-hour fastball, dead straight. If he can't locate that thing, it's over the fence.
If this kid, if Declan can figure out a fastball that he can put where he wants it, and he's got a slider and a sinker, it won't take him long. It won't take him long to find some success and move up the ranks there.
Yeah, those
I'm not
ground
saying
ball
I'm not
guys,
saying he's
yeah.
destined for big leagues, but at 93, 95 sinker, I mean, they're looking at you.
When we started this band, our needed was a laugh. Years gone by, I say we've kicked some ass. When I make rage, you hear the stage, trillion words you through my veins, and I say we're still kicking ass. Kicks down the hall, hope it never stops, and I think we did all of this too much. Kicks down the hall, give it a start. Kicks down the hall, hope it never stops. Kicks down the hall, hope it never stops. Kicks down the hall, give it a start. Okay, boys, let's rock the house.
Hello, babies.